not need a job offer to apply. You do not need a job offer to apply. Are you a talent? Do you see yourself as a promising talent or an exceptional talent? Do you want to live in the UK for up to 5 years or more? Come closer, I have a good news for you. My name is Adeniro Eniola and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If you see my video for the first time, please subscribe and become part of this lovely community. And if you're a returning subscriber, you know I love you, right? I love you so much and there's nothing you can do about it. Today we're talking about the popular Global Talent Visa. Is it really popular? It's not so popular, but there's a route to come to the UK and it is called Global Talent Visa. To me, I think with all the drama around skilled worker visa, Global Talent Visa is like the easiest route now to come to the UK, especially if you see yourself as a talent. You see yourself as an essential commodity, a special entity, a talent. Then this is a route I think you should consider. Without wasting time, let's get started. According to the UK government, Global Talent Visa is for talented and promising individuals. So if you believe that you have something to offer to the UK government, you have a value, you're skilled, you're special, you've got a talent and you can prove it, then this is for you. This category is for talented and promising individuals in the field of science, engineering, medicine, humanities, social science, digital technology, and art and culture, including film and television, fashion design, and architecture. Wishing to work in the UK, applicants will be leaders in their field or have the potential to be leaders. So if you believe at the moment you're not a leader, but you have the potential to become a leader, you need to prove this to the UK government and then you can live in the UK for 5 years. That sounds good. As determined by the Home Office, recognized endorsing body. So you need to be able to prove this to the Home Office recognized endorsing body. The information I'm sharing today is on UK Gov website. The link is in the description. So please click the link and read. If you want to relocate, you need to read. Whatever you want to do, if you want to build a house, whatever you want to do at all, you need to read. Not to talk of relocation. Relocation is a big deal. You need to read. You need to get your facts right. Watch this video to the end because I'm going to explain a whole lot of things. But please don't forget to click the link and read. Thank you. Let's talk about how long you can stay. You can live and work in the UK for up to 5 years at a time. That sounds good. To be honest, that sounds good. If you want to stay longer in the UK, there is no limit to how long you can stay in the UK in total. But you will need to renew, in brackets, extend your visa when it expires. Each extension can last from 1 year to 5 years. You choose how long you want the extension to be. You've got the power to choose how long you want the extension to be. This is good. I mean, you don't need to beg anyone for COS. That's good. You may be able to get indefinite leave to remain so you can settle in the UK after 3 or 5 years, depending on which field you work in and how you apply. This gives you the right to live, work and study here for as long as you like and apply for benefits if eligible. Honestly, this is a good option. You don't need to buy COS. You don't need to beg anyone for certificate of sponsorship. This is a very good option. I think you should consider it. If you see yourself as a talent, a leader, or a potential leader, please consider Global Talent Visa. It's calling your name. It's for you. Yes, you can do it. I believe in you. I know you can do this. Let's keep reading. How to apply. You must apply online. How you apply depends on whether you're outside the UK. Of course, if you're outside the UK, you need your passport and you need your tuberculosis test. It is essential. Of course, passport is very essential. And you know that for every relocation plan, you need to do a tuberculosis test. Inside the UK and extending your current visa, that's if you have a visa already and you're extending your current visa, I think it's a little bit different. Inside the UK and switching from a different visa, this means that you can switch to a global talent visa. Let's assume you're already in the UK and you feel like, I think I'm a leader, I think I know what I'm doing, I'm the boss here. Then you can switch to a global talent visa. How long it takes? How long does it take before you get a decision when you apply? As part of your application, you would need to prove your identity and provide your documents. You may need to allow extra time if you need an appointment to do this. You'll find out if you need one. You'll find out if you need one when you start your application. Getting a decision, it takes 3 weeks if you're outside the UK and 8 weeks if you are inside the UK. If you are in the UK, it takes 8 weeks to get a decision from UKVI, and if you're outside the UK, it's 3 weeks. So I think it's a good option for those outside the UK. Let's talk about the fees. It costs £716 to apply. I know that's a lot of money, but I think it's worth it. If you're applying based on an endorsement, you will pay the £715 in 2 parts. You first pay £524 when you apply for the endorsement and £192 when you apply for the visa itself. If you're applying based on an eligible award, you will pay the full £716 when you apply for the visa. If you're including your partner or children in your application, they will each need to pay £716. That means if you have 3 children, you will pay £716 for each of them. So let's say yourself, your spouse, and your children. Let's say a family of 5. That means you have to pay £716 for each of them. So for 5 persons, that's a lot of money, but trust me, it's worth it. Healthcare surcharge. You would have to pay the healthcare surcharge as part of your application. This is usually, we all know that it's now above £1,000 per year. It's usually £1,035 per year for each person applying. So you pay for yourself. If you're married and you want to apply for your spouse, you have to pay the healthcare surcharge for yourself, for your spouse. If you're applying for your children, you would also pay the healthcare surcharge for your children, not students. Let's skip to the good part. Let's talk about the eligibility. The requirement for global talent visa is totally different from the requirement for a skilled worker visa. I know you know a lot about skilled worker visa, but trust me, the requirement for global talent visa is totally different. At this point, I think you need to pay more attention to the requirement. If possible, pick a pen and paper, jot down some things. You need to get it right when applying for a global talent visa. Before you apply for a visa, you can usually only apply for a global talent visa if you have successfully applied for an endorsement to prove that you are a leader or a potential leader. You can apply for the visa without an endorsement if you've won an eligible award. So if you've won an eligible award, then you don't need an endorsement. Let's look at the awards. Find out which awards are eligible. So these are the awards that are eligible: Global Talent Architecture Prize, Global Talent Arts and Culture Prize. The link is in the description. I don't want this video to be too long, so just take your time to click the link when you are reading, because I said you should please read. So when you're reading about it, just take time to click this link and just know more about the award. That is, if you have any of these eligible awards: Global Talent Fashion Design Industry Prize, Global Talent Film and Television Prize, Global Talent Science, Engineering, Humanities, Social Science and Medicine Prize. If you have any of these, then you don't need an endorsement. But if you don't have any of these, if you're like me that doesn't have any of this, trust me, you need an endorsement. So what do you need? Find out what you can do without Find out what you can do with a global talent visa and how to apply for an endorsement if you work in one of the following fields: academic or research, arts and culture, digital technology. Please note, the requirement differs from one department or sector to another. The requirement for academic or research is different from arts and culture, and is different from digital technology. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to focus on academic and research. I can't talk about everything in one video. If you want me to do more video, or if you want me to do video about the art and culture or digital technology, you can comment that in, just drop a comment for me in the comment section, and trust me, I will do a video. But for the sake of this video, let's focus on academic and research. Click that. So I believe that most people, that's my belief. You can correct me, I stand to be corrected, but it is my belief. I believe most people don't have these awards, these eligible awards. So I feel like peer review is the safest option for most people. That's my opinion. If you know more about it, please comment, just drop a comment. Let's learn. I'm open to learning. I'm very open to learning. So please just drop a comment for me. Teach me. I'm happy to learn. But in my opinion, I think peer review is like the safest option if you don't have any of the aforementioned awards. Let's click on peer review. Let's click peer review. I think we've done that already. Work in the UK as a researcher or academic leader, global talent visa. Peer review. If you're not eligible for another route, you may be able to get endorsement by having your application peer reviewed. Please pay attention. You can apply for endorsement as either a leader in your field, called an exceptional leader, a potential leader in your field, called exceptional promise. If you think, okay, at this point, I don't think I'm a leader, but I believe I'm a potential leader, I've got something, then you need to do a peer review to prove to the UK government that, yes, you are an exceptional leader or a potential leader. Peer review is done by the Royal Society for Science and Medicine, British Academy for Humanities and Social Science, Royal Academy of Engineering for Engineering and Technology. Eligibility. You need to work in an approved research discipline. Don't forget, this is for those in academy. If you want the information on science and technology, arts and culture, the link is in the description. Feel free to click the link and read more. But trust me, if you watch this video to the end, even if you are in art and culture, you can get one or two things. You can get one or two information that would help you when you are applying. Okay, let's keep reading. Eligibility. You need to work in an approved research discipline, be an active researcher. For an example, in a university, research institute, or business. Have a PhD or equivalent research experience, including industrial or clinical research. All the PhD holders in Ghana, in India, in Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Afghanistan, everywhere in the world, this is an opportunity for you. I know relocation is not for everyone, but if you want to relocate, this is a very easy route for you. Trust me. Why stress yourself to get a skilled worker visa? Why beg someone for COS when you can prove to the UK government that you are an exceptional leader or a potential leader? Let's keep reading. You do not need a job offer to apply. I repeat, you do not need a job offer to apply. You do not need a job offer to apply. To apply through exceptional promise, you must also be at an early stage of your career. So the earlier, the better. The earlier, the better. Don't wait. You can't sleep on options like this. The earlier, the better. I think I should read that again. To apply through exceptional promise, you must also be at an early stage of your career. If you're not eligible for peer review, that's if you're not eligible, then you can go through the skilled worker route. But I believe in you. You can do this. You're eligible for peer review. Let's do this. Documents you need to provide. You need to provide a copy of CV. I think it's about 3 pages CV. It must outline your career and any publication history if possible. There is no way you'll be a PhD holder without doing at least one publication. So all the publications you pay for, it is time to make a profit from it. Outline your career and any publication history if applicable. Be typed. It means your CV must be typed. It must be up to 3 single size of A4 paper. Please pay attention to these things. It's very, very important. You can't just submit anything to UK government. You must include a letter of recommendation from an eminent person living in the UK who knows you and you must include a letter of recommendation from an eminent person living in the UK who knows you and your work. The endorsing body must judge that the person has internationally recognized expertise in your field. The letter must be about your global talent application. You cannot use a letter that was written for another reason. You can't say that, oh, I have this letter, it was written for this, let me just quickly use it. No, it must be about your global talent visa application. It must say how. Now, it must include these things. Whoever is writing your letter for you, ensure that they include all these things, please. Your village people must not be on duty at times like this, please. The eminent person knows you. They think you show exceptional talent or promise. You would benefit from being in the UK. You would contribute to the UK. That is why you're a talent. It must also explain what plan you have for the future. It must also explain what plan you have for work in the future. The letter must be typed and dated. It must be up to 3 single, I think we said that earlier. It must be signed by the author or by someone on behalf of the organization recommending you. It must include a telephone number, an email, and the organization logo and registered address if applicable. As much as possible, ensure it include the logo. I think there's this letterhead paper that I think most times it includes the logo, the email address, the phone number. So ensure they use that, just to be on the safe side, on the safer side. Come with the author's CV. So your author himself or herself must submit his or her CV as well, or other proof of their credentials that the endorsing body will accept. Exceptional talent. If you're applying through exceptional talent, you must also include a letter from an eminent person who is a senior member of a UK organization. If you know that you don't know a senior member of a UK organization, I think you can apply as a professional talent, a potential talent. It's better safe than sorry, my opinion. This must be someone who gives an objective assessment of your work based on their expert knowledge. They do not need to know you personally. That is the good part. They don't need to know you personally. They just need to tell the UK government something about you. The letter must be about your global talent. I think we've said that earlier. And then you have all the information here. How your application will be assessed. You can read that. When making a decision on your application, the endorsing body would assess that you meet the eligible criteria. It will also consider the following factor: your career history. For example, the international reputation and impact of your work. So you need to be able to prove that, because they are going to consider the impact of your work to the society, the international body at large, or the international reputation. The strength of the statement in your recommendation letter and of the evidence in your support of your application. The strength of the statement in your recommendation letter and of the evidence in the support of your application. Please ensure the strength of statement in your recommendation letter is strengthened. I hope the English is correct. Ensure that the strength is strong enough to prove to the UK government that you are an exceptional talent or a potential talent. How you would contribute to UK research excellence and to the wider society, including the economy, by being based in the UK. Are you a researcher? You want to live in the UK for 5 years how are you going to contribute to the economy or any sector of the UK? You need to include this. So please take your time when they send your recommendation letter to you. Go through it. If you're not comfortable, you can ask the person or talk to the person or ask the person to reassess you if possible before submitting the recommendation letter, because that is going to speak on your behalf. Don't submit any recommendation letter all in the name of submitting a recommendation letter. That's risky. Exceptional promise, the information is here. Exceptional talent, the information is also here. Please take your time to read through. I think I've said the important things that I need to say. Please and please read. I encourage people to read a lot. That will be all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching till the end. You're the best. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough. Please subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your loved one, your friend, your husband, your spouse. You can even share it with your enemy. Help your enemy. The Bible says love your enemy. Yes, love your enemies. So please share this video with your enemies as well. Share my video on all your social media platforms, and I'll see you in my next video.